We have gathered here to celebrate Earth Day, and we will present before you an exhibition for the Plastic Turner Challenge. Earth Day is an annual event celebrated around the world on April 22nd to demonstrate support for environmental protection, first celebrated in 1970. Plastic Turner Challenge is showcasing India's plastic waste crisis is too big. India generates nearly 26,000 tons of plastic waste every day, making it the 15th biggest plastic polluter globally.
Single-use plastic are primarily goods which are made to be used once. Single-use plastics are cheap, durable, and affordable, but actually are a great threat to the environment. It is known that 300 million tons of plastics are produced each year worldwide, half of which counts for single-use items. Usage of single-use plastics include a wide array of our day-to-day items, ranging from water bottles, bags, straws, and many more. Single-use plastics slowly and gradually break down into microplastics, which are even more harmful for our health and environment. India alone generates 9.46 million tons of plastic every year, out of which 43% comprises only of single-use plastic. Therefore, it is high time that we eliminate or at least minimize the use of this highly toxic and carcinogenic substance in order to save our Mother Earth and our health also.
Say no to plastic. We at Tagore International School, Vasant Vihar, are concerned about the state of the environment and want to leave a cleaner and less suffocating planet for the younger generation. Our school is also a no polybag zone. Neither students nor teacher carry polythene back to school. Students distributed paper bags to the vendors and shopkeepers of the C Block market, Vasant Vihar, to raise awareness about plastic pollution and to avoid single-use plastic. In our school canteen, plastic crockery is banned. Children carry their own tiffins, and the cafeteria serves them with banana leaf and wooden spoons. When we think about plastic pollution in the ocean, we tend to imagine large plastic debris like plastic bags, abundant fishing net, plastic bottles. However, what is invisible to our eyes tend to also be invisible in our minds. There is very little awareness of microplastic pollution. Today, we shall exhibit few products and explain how microplastics are choking us and our environment. We are glad to have among the visitors two chief guests, Dr. Madhushri Banerjee, who works at World Bank and was the speaker for the seminar on plastic waste management, and Dr. Shushmita Dasgupta, who is the Joint Chief Economist at Joint Plant Committee, Steel Authority of India. I would request Dr. Shushmita Dasgupta to say a few words in order to encourage the exhibitors.
Devshata.
I guess she hasn't joined it, so we can start.
Yeah, you can continue and we can ask her to speak later on. Fine, fine. Continue.
Okay, so now I would like Gurman to start his presentation.
Okay, so my presentation is about deoxyfoliants. Now, what deoxyfoliants are is basically a simple face wash. Now, even though it might not look like it, these face washes actually contain microplastic beads that are about half the size of a micrometer. Something really small that we do not see, and thus we do not think there is plastic in these deoxyfoliants. However, it is present in either microplastic beads or plastic fibers. Now, why is plastic needed in face washes? This plastic pushes out the pimples and acne that you have and thus heals your skin. Now, why is this dangerous? This can be really dangerous for your skin simply because when they push them out, they enter your skin. Usually, they'll be flown off when you wash your face with water. However, sometimes that does not happen and the plastic stays inside your skin and can damage your skin very much. The worst thing is that when this plastic gets flown off, it enters through the sink into the underground water, which you will probably drink later in your life. This is why use of face wash needs to be minimized or needs to be replaced with something better, something alternate. And that is simple natural herbs. Coffee and sugar grounds can be easily used as physical exfoliants for your skin, while citrus fruits, such as a simple orange, can be used as a chemical exfoliant. Even a simple hot, wet cloth can be used to slow off some dead skin. Now, I would like to pass on to the exhibit of Devshita Chaudhary.
Okay, so my product is synthetic polyester cloth. My message is choose natural clothing fibers over synthetic fibers. Synthetic fabrics are made of plastic as they are wash dish shed plastics. A report from the National Center of Ecological Analysis and Synthesis in Santa Barbara, California on the Earth Island report states that every time a synthetic garment goes through the spin and rinse cycle in a washing machine, it sheds a large number of plastic fibers. In another report published in Environmental Science and Technology, stating that one single synthetic garment can produce more than 1,900 microfibers per wash. This microplastic seeps in the groundwater and thus pollutes our drinking water and kills a lot of aquatic animals. So instead of synthetic fabrics, we should use clothes made up of hemp, rayon, which is made up of bamboo, linen, and organic cotton. Now, I would like to show a video on microplastics.
Dekshita, can you please turn your mic on? We can't hear the video.
It's inaudible.
I will try again. Can you all see my screen? Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, it is. It can be seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
The real solution
Can
is
you
that we
hear?
all use less
Yeah, you may start it from the
Devshita,
beginning.
restart the video.
plastic.
Okay, ma'am.
That's what poly think when you hear the word poly. What do you think when you hear the word polyester? 70s leisure suits? Sweaty smelling dress shirts? That's what polyester used to be. These days, everybody wears it. Yoga pants, fleeces, even underwear. All made from synthetic fabrics like polyester. More polyester means more demand for the stuff used to make polyester. But you don't have to use new stuff to make it. Some companies are making polyester out of old stuff, plastic bottles, in fact. Every day, the world throws away billions and billions of plastic bottles. That's a problem. Of course, the real solution is that we all use less plastic. But it's cool that even while we work to reduce plastic, some companies are turning trash into stuff we actually like. Drink it, drop it in the bin, take it to a recycling factory, chop it up, weave it, wear it, wash it, wear it again, wash it again. Seems like a great solution, right? But darn, when we look closer, there are some real problems with this. The big problem is that some people might be encouraged to use more disposable plastic if they think it's being recycled safely. But there's also a little problem, a micro problem that's adding up to one big mess. Every time we wash synthetic fabrics, whether they're made from recycled bottles or brand new materials, super tiny pieces of plastic, called microfibers, wash off and flow down the drain. Up to hundreds of thousands each wash. The older our clothes get, the worse the problem can become. Yikes! These fibers are so tiny, Water treatment plants don't catch them all, so they wind up in rivers, lakes, and even the ocean. When they reach the ocean, they act like sponges, sucking up other pollutants around them. They're like little toxic bombs full of motor oil, pesticides, and industrial chemicals that end up in the bellies of fish and eventually in the bellies of us. It's gross. It's already estimated there are 1.4 million trillion in our oceans. That's like 200 million microfibers for every person on the planet. These are some serious downsides to what looked like a good solution. Time for these creative companies to go back to the drawing board. Because while we can wash our clothes less or avoid buying synthetic clothing, we can't solve the problem without them. And if we want these companies to make it a top priority, they need to hear from you. Let's find a real solution to make our clothes safe for the environment, safe for the ocean, and safe for us.
So Dr. Shushmita Dasgupta has joined. And now I would like to pass on the mic to the next exhibitor, Snigdha Goyal.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Snigdha Goyal and I'm from class 10C. So today I'll be talking about chewing gum. So chewing gum is a very common thing, but the surprising element about this is that chewing gum contains plastic. Now I'm going to present something. Can everybody see my screen? Can everybody see my screen?
Yes,
Yes.
Nikta, it's visible.
Okay. So as I told you that chewing gum contains plastic. So chewing gum is not a new invention, but it was in fact 6,000 year old, complete with teeth imprints. It was discovered in Finland. Earlier, chewing gums were made from substances derived from plants, grasses, or resins. But now, in the modern time, chewing gum contains plastic. Modern chewing gum is non-digestible and water insoluble, which means that no matter how long you keep chewing it, it will never break down. This is because of the gum base. Gum base is a non-nutritive, non-digestible, and water-insoluble masticatory delivery system used to carry sweeteners, flavors, and any other substances in chewing gum. Substances like polyethylene, which is one of the most popular components of gum base, belongs to a group of plastics which is used in the products from plastic bags to hula hoops. Polyvinyl acetate, which is used in gum base, is a sticky polymer found in white glue. So, to avoid this chewing gum, there's a company known as Simply Gum, which makes chewing gum and breath mints using natural ingredients. So, this can be used as an alternative. These are made in USA and manufactured in Brooklyn, New York. There's also a way to recycle it. A British designer, Anna Bullis, created a method of collecting and recycling the chewing gum into plastic. Some of the objects made of that plastic are collection containers for more chewing gum, shoe soles, rubber boots, and plastic cups. As you can see in this picture, how plastic is used in the shoe soles and how the containers are made, the plastic cups, and the rubber boots. So when you dispose the chewing gum, after 2 or 3 days, you will notice that it will get hardened, and it is supposed to bio, de, it is supposed to be a biodegradable item, but it is not. So that means it contains plastic. Thank you. I would like to pass on to the our next exhibitor, Pratyush.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I am going to be talking about the next household item that contains plastic glitter. Glitter is made out of a combination of aluminium, mica, and plastic. In most cases, polyethylene terephthalate. Its size is around 0.05 to 6.35 millimeter. Due to their tiny size, they are considered as microbeads or microplastics. Glitter plastic accounts for 92.4% of the 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic in the ocean. Because glitter is so small, marine life is mistaking it for food, which in turn is damaging their liver and affecting their behavior functions. The US and the United Kingdom have outlawed cosmetics and care products containing glitter. The makeup industry claims the most pollution level among the total amount of glitter used. In 2018, 61 British music festivals banned attendees from wearing glitter. Nowadays, companies like Lush Cosmetics have replaced normal glitter with the biodegradable one made from eucalyptus extract or synthetic mica. Thank you. Now I would like to pass on to the next exhibitor, Rehan Ahuja.
So, first of all, good morning to one and all present in this video call.
Good
So,
evening. It's good evening.
good evening, ma'am.
Yeah.
So, today I'll be talking about one household item which is really unexpected to have some plastic, which is a non-stick pan. Now, nobody would have thought that a non-stick pan would have something as deadly as plastic. So, a non-stick surface is a surface engineered to reduce the ability of other materials to stick to it. Non-stick cookware is a common application where the non-stick coating allows food to brown without sticking to the pan. Non-stick is often used to refer to surfaces coated with polytetrafluoroethylene (PTFE), a well-known brand of which is Teflon. In the 21st century, other coatings have been marketed as non-stick, such as anodized aluminum, ceramics, silicon, enameled cast iron, and seasoned cookware. Now the question arises that do these plastic pans, the plastic coated on non-stick pans, cause cancer? Well, that's a common concern, but if you can see these white colored beads, which are present on the pan, these white colored beads are basically beads of plastic. Now, if you use this pan like 10 times or 20 times, if you observe carefully, the white beads may seem to decrease. This is because per serving, these white beads are beads of plastic which keep on absorbing to the food we consume, which means per serving, we are consuming about 0.1 gram of plastic on each serving which you're cooking in this non-stick pan. I am totally against the use of such pans as the plastic is a common danger to wildlife as well as the environment. So I do not promote the use of such plastics. Thank you so much. I would like to pass on to the next exhibitor, which is Garv Gupta.
Good evening, everyone who is present here in this meeting with me. My topic is balloons and plastic bottles. Balloons, first of all, even though they are not completely made of plastic but of rubber and latex, are still harmful to the environment as they partially are made of plastic and have chemicals such as ammonia and zinc oxide added to preserve them against bacterial decomposition. They can also choke animals and trap small fishes inside them if they are left out in the environment and are not treated properly. Mylar balloons, which are ones with a metallic coating, can also cause electrical problems if they come in contact with power lines. These are such examples. Also, plastic bottles, which are made of PET, which are most likely to be picked by recycling programs, contain antimony trioxide, which is considered a carcinogen capable of causing lung cancer in living tissues. The longer a liquid is left in such bottles, the more it has a chance of absorbing some of this antimony trioxide, which can then go inside our bodies when we drink the liquid. Now, I would like thank you all, and now I would like to pass on to our last exhibitor, Ayushi Dasgupta.
Good evening, everyone. Being the last speaker of the exhibition, I would like to trigger your thoughts with my information on tea bags. As you all are aware that tea is an aromatic beverage consumed by millions around the world. Several people all over the world prefer drinking tea on a regular basis. Among millions of tea drinkers, 90% of them prefer using tea bags. Starting from the morning bed tea to office, meetings, conferences, etc., tea is an essential commodity. But what do we actually know about tea bags? According to us, tea bags is just a small sealed bag containing tea leaves. That the fact that we don't know is that a single tea bag can shed billions of microplastics particles, which is significantly higher than the estimated amount of microplastic particles consumed by a person in an entire year. By further researches and tests, it had also been found that steeping a tea bag at a brewing temperature of 95 degrees Celsius releases around 11.6 billion microplastic and 3.1 billion nanoplastic particles. Also, there are many reports that have been posted on the public domain that supports the argument that tea bags leave plastic residue after being composted. A question that usually comes to our mind is that why do we use plastic in tea bags? We use plastic in tea bags to basically seal them and to retain their shape in hot liquid. In order to do this, a plastic polymer, namely polypropylene, is added to the tea bags, due to which tea bags cannot be easily decomposed and hence make them a bad option for the environment. So, if not tea bags, what could be our alternative? The best option is to use loose tea leaves. Loose tea leaves usually come in easy to store tins or eco-friendly packages. Also, loose tea leaves not only reduces the plastic footprints, but it is also cost effective, as we can reuse it many times to make more than one cup of tea. So in the end, I would just say that in order to stay healthy and to reduce our plastic footprint, we need to try our best to stop using the tea bags. Now, I would like the teachers, if anyone have any questions, they can ask the exhibitors.
Good evening. Anyone has any questions to ask the students, or any suggestions are most welcome.
Good evening, ma'am. This is Kalpana here.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am, it's just a comment from my side. Very, very informative. This whole this whole presentation has been very informative, and on the lighter side, but a little gory side, you would say. I don't want to do my own autopsy and be present for it, because now I just wonder how many kgs of plastic would be there inside, because for all that the children have mentioned, because it's like such simple daily things, and there is so much of plastic in everything, and including the clothes and the washing machine, what we use to wash the clothes. So very, very informative, and I hope to and I'm going to use some of the suggestions and change my own way of daily doing my things in my house. So thank you so much, but it was very informative.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very well researched.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now I will
Anyone else?
Good evening.
Anyone else would like to ask? Nidhi ma'am, Geeta ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Vandana ma'am, this is Chetna here. Good evening to all of you. All the children, very lots and lots of appreciation for the kind of research you have put into it. Yes, as a science teacher, I am quite aware of all the items you mentioned that they do contain plastic. Now, I have just one, a food for thought for all of you. Long ago, there was a research which was conducted and which said that the kurkure, it also contains plastic. And the kind of, yes, the kurkure. Yes. And the kind of burn test which was done on kurkure, it did show that it does contain the plastic element. So I think we will just have a small test kind of a thing in the presence of an adult in our homes whenever we lay our hands on kurkure, so that we can add one more thing to our list, because children these days, they are fascinated by these chips and kurkure like items.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to add to your this burning thing. Like today, after I spoke to Ayushi, I burnt the tea bag. And the tea bag, it was burning very slowly, the rate at which a paper does not burn. And secondly, after it got burnt, it was emanating a very bad smell. So I am damn sure now that it contains plastic.
But very well presented, Bacho. I mean, lots and lots of appreciation from my side personally. Very well researched and very informative. Thank you so much for conducting it for us.
One suggestion. There's a message box, so you can please drop in your feedback in the message box so that they have a written proof of it.
Now
So before and don't leave now. We still have 5-10 minutes. Please bear with us. Devshata, continue. Yeah.
Now I would request Dr. Sushmita Dasgupta and Dr. Madhushri Banerjee to say a few words in order to encourage the exhibitors. We will start with Dr. Sushmita Dasgupta.
Yeah, hi Devshata. Thank you so much for inviting me over here. And I think I learned a lot. I learned a lot from all the presentations. And very many times we do not often think of these things. And I'm sure that I'm not going to use a tea bag ever. And kurkure, of course, I don't have. Fortunately, I have no use for glitter. But what you say about the clothes and the microfiber, very, very disturbing. And of course, the Teflon coated non-stick pan, yeah, that goes out of my kitchen immediately, ASAP. So I'm not going to use those. But still plastic is so much a part of our civilization. It is a material of modern civilization, I can say. So I'm not too sure that how we can do away with plastic totally. Maybe we will have to find a way of how to make use of plastic by generating energy out of it or whatever. So I'm sure that all of you are good environmental scientists in the making. And one of you, or maybe more than one of you, will come up with a solution very soon. So with these words, I must say, lovely presentations and very, very informative, very well researched, and of a very, very high quality. So I'm very happy with your presentations. Thank you so much.
Now I would request Dr. Madhushri Banerjee to say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. It was a pleasure to be a part of this discussion. I learned so much, and I was so happy that I could, be present today. Yeah, tea bags is something I always had this doubt that whether tea bags is at all good or not. So I'm so happy to now I know that yes, it has plastic. So I'm not going to have it again. I'm going to use tea bags again. But yes, certain things are quite indispensable to our day-to-day function, and as much as I try, I always forget to get my shopping bag, and I end up collecting a lot of plastic bags when I do vegetable shopping. And yes, so we have to be really careful and be very conscious that we are reducing plastics use of plastic every time. So I think with with your generation, with this young group of people who are so aware and about the damage it causes to the environment, I am sure that we would be able to reduce a lot of the plastic that we are using today, and make this make all of us a more environment friendly place to live in. Thank you so much, and congratulations all of you. It was a lovely presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Devshata, just a minute. It's not clear. I would like to ask if any student has any questions. There are a number of students over here on board. Any student? Anyone has to say something or add on to it? Anyone? Yes? You are?
Science teacher, 10th standard.
Hello? Okay, no one? None of you have to say anything or add on? Fine. Devshita, continue.
I, Deekshita Chaudhuri, on behalf of Tagore International School, Vasant Vihar, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to Chief Guest Dr. Pushpa Das Gupta, who spared her time from her busy schedule to grace the occasion. I also thank Dr. Madhushri Banerjee, who mentored us and shared with us her opinion regarding plastic waste management. Further, a big thank you to Vandana ma'am for guiding us to make this show successful. I also thank all my friends Gurman Singh Sandhu, Garv Gupta, Ayushi Das Gupta, Snigdha Goyal, Rehan Ahuja, and Pratyush Saini for their efforts to bring their own ideas of explanation of everything to make this virtual event successful. I once again want to state that we are grateful to all speakers here. We thank you for being with us this time. It has been a great pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all for attending.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for making it a success. Yes.
you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, Vanda ma'am.
Just leave in your comments in the message box.
Just doing that,
Thank you,
ma'am.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Devshita, just be there. Devshita,
Yes, ma'am.
just be there. I need to talk to you, or you can call me later on. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the guests to leave.
Ma'am, I'll wait.
Yeah. Thank you, Geeta ma'am. Thank you, Tulika ma'am. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think now we have the participants, right? Mostly. Gurman has left, Gaur has left. Okay, some of you are there. Anyway, so I'll be sending you the recording, Devshata. So then you can do the editing. Okay? I can't hear you. You are muted.
Yes, ma'am, I can do the editing.
Yeah, you will do the editing. Mainly delete all that has been said in between and keep the main part. Okay, like your things. We will have two videos. One is the edited one, and one is the original one. Okay, so in the edited one, you will put the name of the school, the logo. Okay, if you don't have the logo, you can tell me. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
All right. So you'll put the logo. You will put the name of the school, and please write Vasant Vihar as well.
Okay, ma'am.
Clear, and the names, if your names, if you can focus over there.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am. I'm editing and
Okay.
send it to you.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Chalo. Thank you. I will mail you the video. I'll mail you the video as soon as it reaches me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.